Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Bubbleknight here. I feel like for the full visual novel experience, I should remove my portrait. So, I don't know. Something I'm trying new. So let me know what you guys think. So I only got one comment, and it's said we're gonna stay for the movie. So we are going to stay for the movie. Any other day, I'll excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might have a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my bedroom. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left alone with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe, if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me? There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back up at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Alright, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
I was. This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash. Being vertical challenge has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Oh, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll... Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that, the same question like swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder and he's gone. A few moviegoers are still milling about, some still waiting in line for tickets. Otherwise, most of the crowd's already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest come from me when Ash gestured for two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach's the one who brought it up again. In his own movie premiere. Now the film just serves as background noise while we're speaking in the hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'll all get kicked out for sure. Though, with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out before any argument happens. Only Becca remains engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I think we did something that offended her earlier. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know. But geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hand over the years, from one distant relative of the Ermengarde to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though, and it remained up until its current owner decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering a suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You'd do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are very few times in my life when I wish my clothes can kill. This is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Becca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
Huh? What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. And can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, but since Scaredy Cat here mentioned curses, not that I'm saying this is one because that's nigh improbable, you'd probably benefit more from someone like Andrew. The stuff you're saying is still really hard to believe, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things. At best, he'll let you see things from a different perspective and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right too. However, what Zach has also suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me, and they're only giving me the suggestion to put my mind at ease, but it's better than being ignored or being laughed at. I can take comfort in knowing they are willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Oh, crap. Ah! Me with the priest or me with the professor? Good time to save. I mean, this is too early for me to, like, make a decision. Damn, I should make all these, like, videos, like, really short paths. I am going to go with... Let's go with the priest.
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around. I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it, yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I threw her apologetic look. Even if Ash is the only one, she should be reprimanding. But her attention's already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting the way she is right now, there's a big chance something is nagging her. We really need to talk. We all fell into a comfortable silence after, the kind only you can share with people you are most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bustling full of people. Those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in the sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to lost in a city as nondescript as Luxborn. I was afraid too. At one point, back when I was new and had just set foot in this place. Now with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly after Becca and I crossed the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends. And Ash? Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he will just randomly appear at your doorstep, looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to his friend's frustration. Although he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Oh no! Help me!
Huh?
A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning. My chest tightens. Breathing becomes labored. I can taste blood in mouth. The edges of my vision blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless nameless people going on their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Help me. Pleading even as I clench my eyes tight and clap my hands over my ears. Whispering and whispering and whispering, calling out, help me. Please.
No, not me.
Help me. Somebody. Help me.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At that voice, the whole world suddenly snapped into place. The murmur's gone. When I opened my eyes, Becca raised an eyebrow at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Oh, yeah. Just, okay. Sorry, I spaced out.
You always do that.
I followed her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance to the far end of the street, where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be peering at me. Nothing. There's only Zach and Ash watches over us as we head back to where Becca parked our ride home. If I'm expecting to see something with someone there, I try to not let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
Another glance with a final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if this is what will help me sleep tonight, what will give me back to normalcy, then so be it. I guess we slept. The darkness closed around me, gasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in, and without warning, I'm falling. My eyes snaps open. For instance, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders were aching from having fallen asleep on the hunch-up night before. Drenched in sweat, the nestle pillow I often keep with me feels more suffocating than comfort. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window, and allowing my breath to slow down before untaking myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxborn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone? The knowledge that always waking up in the empty apartment with no one to tell me stories to.
What time is it?
Time to get up! Habit forced me to look over the clock, even with the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and a compulsion to never leave my bed for a day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
Wait. How did she oversleep? It's 5 o'clock. Is it in the morning? How can you overslept? I don't know, man. Admittedly, it's a weekend. Oh, it is weekend. Okay, cool. And it's unspoken rule that entitled me to extra hours of sleep. Wait, is this in the afternoon? But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now, and not right after what happened. Oh lord, one box of donut as peace offering won't be enough to second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first, My mind conflicted whether I should just ignore or answer it. What if it's Rose? Why can't you just check your caller ID? Well, where's our boss? Ah, sheesh. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out whenever I pull the device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in the foul mode, and it takes every force of will from me to ignore in favor of answering the call. Mama?
Huh?
It's around 4. Oh, okay, so 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now. What?
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noon times here, and I'm the one calling. Not the other way around. Better for them to use the money somewhere on something else than an international call. Regardless, in the most cheerful tone, I can gather.
Hello?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good, we're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired lit in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I can do for her. But for miles away like this, the least I'm able to is not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand. But Lord knows if that will ever happen. Odds are, Kuya Jordan already out drinking right now. Again, I can't count on my older sister either, knowing that she's a family of her own, and, well, Anne's financial situation isn't exactly great right now, having run her off knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm very hesitant to broach. And from the way Mama's voice hitches, she also doesn't want to bring it up.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths and suddenly Papa's bill rests on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the cost of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even accept help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I think the call got cut out until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I have to find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You told me not to lie. Yet look what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition for the next semester, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Ah. Kaylin Kuwani? When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the sole person to ask me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later, I still can't give him a straight one. I smile through Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other side of the end. The sound of gates opening. The voice of the child, EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school. The tapping of the feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I still can picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promise hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I took a deep breath and shake away my head the thought of beginning to swim inside. It's pointless to mull over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
You damn right! If for the kids, I'll definitely back you up. If you're my friends, I'll be like, oh, let's go, dude! Let's go! Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my home, it rains again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama? Did you forget anything?
Uh-oh.
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
There's a telltale din of several feet shoveling against the wooden floor and a distinct yelling in the background before Rhodes cuts the connection. That isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone to my bed and finish my shower in record time. I made it to the office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely shivering out in out of breath. A feat if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine Callamore, coming to Briar Realty Corporation Locksbourne office, greets me as soon as my foot across the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking at various volumes, staff moving about, and...
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees?
Ah, shit.
What the actual fuck, guys?
Oh,
All
shit.
the times to disappear without notice.
I don't know! Hey, did you guys see the left, top left, right? It's like Yang Yang or Yang, the developer's company. It's kind of cool. Anyways, my boss was turned muffled as someone else closed the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past week, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of him, but to no avail. The result is half their workload have been shifted to available staff, so as to not lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I have more to send my family back home. Although rumors of branch closure are circulating because of this is, indeed, a bit worrisome. My back barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she throws a bunch of paperwork onto my hand without explanation. A paper fluttered away from the top of the pile, and I leaned down to pick it up. My eyes scanned the top of the page as I strained. A purchase and a sale agreement. Rose simply gestured her thumb towards our visitor lounge. When I tilt my head in question, there, seated on the sofa and looking completely out of place in the humble decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
She swapped my hand, tucking her sleeve, although her eyes are alight with something akin to joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed. Yet, documents need to be signed, still, but the elation is there, along with the foreboding feeling that I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend?
Rose nods.
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to do to spend money here on? I hate haggling down to the lowest possible price, but if I were in their place, especially with a story attached to it, not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission. After all, nothing more. Rose gave me the pat on the shoulder, signaling he's heading back to him, and an outspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish the work she left me. In fact, having the boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it has put him in a better mood, much to the entire office's relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she noticed my presence in the lounge door. She walks on me with a bright smile, her movements more open than what one will typically expect from passing clients to have.
Oh, Isabel, how are you feeling? You looked awfully dreadful yesterday.
Oh no, I was being haunted!
Isabella, I'm fine now, ma'am. I appreciate your concern.
I really don't understand why Dan can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand him the copy of the agreement.
Wonderful. Your team works unbelievably fast.
If we want your money, yes. Ma'am Hannah skimmed through each of them with scrutinizing eyes, checking every page for any inconsistency and errors. Despite the unassuming impression she gives off, she appeared fully aware what to look for, and the process goes into a contract like these. It is surprising. To be quite honest, I haven't begged her for someone who is well versed in these things. Yet, here she is. She shows some of it to her husband, and he responds with the same passive interest as he was more than happy to leave everything to her. I can't tell if it's purely because he believes that she's capable enough, doesn't care about what they are buying, or simply finds such paperwork tedious. Apparently satisfied with what she's seeing, Ma'am Hannah claps her hand together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I release the breath we have been holding, both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then?
Yes!
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am?
Yes, you can get haunted!
We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
No, Isabella, what are you doing? Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance out of clear eyes. Don't make a scene. We're almost there.
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
Oh no.
The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, wouldn't it be better if we handled it ourselves? A personal touch of sorts. It is our housewarming party and our new home.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She discreetly folds something both our hands and winks. A finger raised to her lips and demand our silence.
I know both of you worked hard on getting us this beautiful mansion. Did I mention we reward our people generously?
But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
No, take the money. Take the money.
Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
Damn right. She smiles sweetly, like they're simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
Okay.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Just like that, the transaction over and done with. My mind is still reeling even after they left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. As part of me feel lucky about the fact, no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds, just talk, signatures, and a few handshake here and there, and we're done. The other part, a second ago, we're sold a haunted property to two innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, big enough to pay for all four of my younger brother's sibling school. Heck, you'll keep me away from instant noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansions as well once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing something's in there, and we give it to the good couple despite of that? Oh, Isabella, the thing you do to sell a house and get money. Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell next time I go home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something. So how does it feel?
Rich?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
What? This is not America! Memorable, it is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too, aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She's slinging an arm over my shoulders and leaning in close to my ear, as though she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removed herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising here. She's another BRC's top agent regardless how modest she appears. A saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have very little knack for it. Of course, I learned eventually. I had to. But someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunk stupor, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Years ago, whiny, young, and brimming with just a fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further. But perhaps it is where the sense of foundness started. A small connection due to similar experience in our prospective lives. Of course, we both let pass us because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws a casual wave over her shoulder as she rushes out the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by a chatter of agents also heading out for a much-needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out, but oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one can consider taking me to instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time to make a good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too? In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again, right here today, gone the next day. Well, oh well, he's lost. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I usually frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give her free bread around closing time. I'm never saying no to free food, free stuff. Quint, a little old-fashioned, although it looks a bit out of place amid the city's tall building, but we love it here all the same. Much like a small building facade. The interior carries on an antique charm to it. Vintage art pieces in a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books covering the walls. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on the weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found the seat is engaged in some sort of casual chatter when I arrive. It is strange to see two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same thing when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind of born purely out of different interests. That was Zach simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca!
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened?
Sold the house.
I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. I'm still trying to find the proper words for this. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress come by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca ordered a hearty serving of the special vegetarian stovies. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat sausage with potatoes in it. But today's a good day. Great, even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting our order down looks surprised on today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her brows in consternation. Her mouth half open, ready to let loose a string of repayments.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The glare Becca sends me reminds me of the one I got from Mom when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 summers ago. What? Naturally, I never heard again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A small sheepish grin is enough to dissolve that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of the funny story of Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each other serve our water. It isn't anything fancy. That looks good. What are you talking about? Pan roasted sea bass with citrus dressing, asparagus, and a portion mashed potato on the side. Well, at least that's what the daily special board says. Oh man, I'm hungry. Never paying attention to it whenever I come here, since the price whenever is written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
Oh good. I'm so hungry I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Sold the house.
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
Expecting grin breaks on my face, except
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca raises an eyebrow at me, while Zach up here he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made, and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh man, oh bummer. Maybe I should Okay, I'm gonna save this again. I'm trying to gonna say like every single choices, so if I got a chance we can go back and find the other route. I think I still have some minutes left.
Okay, let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, the expression goes from sheer puzzlement to utterly surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Wow, seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
She lets out an audible hum. Although she's nodding, she gives the impression of someone who had heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we won't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words tumble out of my mouth, one after another, before I can stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, and judging from on the looks on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but... Look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressure me into it, more likely. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she only frightened.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
Money!
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I begin to gather a place on my side, the food in each still untouched. A laugh almost escaped my mouth with the way Zach's expression quickly changed to disappointment. Becca's hand interrupts me as I'm about to pull her plate close to me.
I'm kidding! Don't go all pouty on me again. In all seriousness, though, I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allowed myself to fully smile, genuinely and uninhibited. It's strange having talked about this with other people, even those who has known you for long enough, but today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in a joyous fashion. A laughter here and a playful jab there. Most of us spend on catching up with others' new projects or whatever keeps us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do on the day before, taking into account what happened. But even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Either something in the sea bass we ate? Zach, though, appears less energetic today. While he's far from being the life of a party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet from his conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Where's he looking at?
Doesn't sound okay to me.
He's looking at her forehead.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
A pain expression crossed Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retrieved her inquiry as though the man's looking enough to answer for her. I looked between the two. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? That's why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glanced at Zach, her emotion unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait. Let him speak on his own. Becca too, to an extent, although with her, compulsion of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answered with a momentary shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on without with the tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. At the end of the day, it's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From how her tone raises in anger, it seems like she's the one slighted, not Zach. A snicker escaped me, and I promptly stepped on as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out and out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show. And worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
That's right! Don't say that! My palm struck the table. Me too! Bam! Sending the tableware on top clinking it against each other. I haven't even noticed when I raised it from my seat. But here I am, chest heavy, looking down on him the same manner a teacher would at any unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there's some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. Exasperating? I don't know. He of all people should know.
If you give up now, how do you know you won't make a name for yourself creating films in the future? It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amusement glanced in her eyes when I turned to her. What does she find out so entertaining in this situation? Help me here, your friend's about to quit his passion for the pity reason. I have not read what those people wrote against his work, but a few scattering words shouldn't be enough to discourage anyone. I should know after all.
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flash of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all. Only a poor imitation with a puppy dog's eyes, if you can call it that one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. Awards night ain't for another week.
And that's all the answer I need from him. As sentiment as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you walked. It's not like it's over for me though. I still got time. I can still come back. Do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely, once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything, inside my bag my phone buzzed unexpectedly, breaking a pleasant afternoon lull. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Nope.
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't. I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that she's ready to already explained everything. Then, out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Loxbourne streets betraying her cheerful greeting. Of all which, she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet only to avoid becoming the next subject of her frustration. She is similar to Becca in regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she finally ran out of things to complain about, it stops. What she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumbling plea for me to meet the right interior designer in her steed. And
anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye.
Bye. No problem. Classic Rose. She sends me the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we depart from the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in the flicker room will make them invulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff member going AWOL today. Not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all grips about the unpredictable weather though. The streets of Luxembourg remain constantly busy. The hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement and insane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fills the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of things we yet to do, regardless how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to brighter reality for me. Zach to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and booking at books at home. But more than once, I catch her sneaking in a lounge, longing a glance over something displayed on the shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas? I turn my head at the last shop she checked out, in a fleeting glimpse. The world stands still. Oh, what the fudge! What the crap is this? I don't want to buy you! She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing and boring to my very soul, like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. There are no shadows of whisper this time, only a plea, a hum low, indistinct, compelling me, beckoning me, intending me to drag me into the void beyond the glass. Well, woman, you can help yourself. You know, you should take a shower and do something else, alright? I don't dare move. My arm hammer against my ribs. Each beat, every thumb screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All my limbs feel heavy while my own breathing strains the face of her calls. Help me.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building in my chest forced me to take a tentative step back. I tried not to stare at decayed flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arms and nail-less fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after what I got for Papa.
No, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face contorted to something twisted, and she lets out a wail harp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There's only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Woman, I don't know what you're doing, but that's not gonna do anything to me. Before I knew it, I'm stumbling backwards. My own throat, hoarse scream I don't even notice already coming from my own mouth. The back of my feet catches a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze blur in my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swings into my vision. A look of concern on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach beside me, himself worried while she stands beside her, acting as a shield against the small crowd on her looks already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The word refused to form. On an impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground. Weakened limbs rely solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its way home in the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up anything to get a wrench sensation out of my gut.
You are screaming, having a fit! Zach, call someone!
No, don't do it.
Don't. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but it likely off as a grimace. Gently, I push her hand off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave me. Stay away, far from here. Away. The humidity is stifling, Everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zach's are concerned suffocating. I want to be away from here. I want a break into a run. I wish I hadn't left my bedding this morning. It's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking, with only occasional drips of water on the sink, with a whirring fan blaze to keep me company. The room's devoid of any light source apart from the one streaming from the hallway and the windows. Even with the cluttering accumulated over the years, the room feels a lot bigger than it commonly is. I hug my knees closer as the group passes by the outside. Loud. So loud. If only there's a way to tune everything out. To keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams. Her awkward gait as she reaches out for her chilling smile. Her pleas for enough! That's enough! A shivering passed over me. Though it's not from the hair she is still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the windows that have left her wide open. My gaze shivered over the letter sitting on the coffee table. The edges fluttered incuriously as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. The impulse to throw away rips away pieces still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who are already seen it? Would it be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing she's real might also go after people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me, the rough breaking of silence nearly makes me jump on my skin. Blindly, I fish the gadget on my mass on my cushion and the paper beside me, where I've been carelessly thrown earlier before taking a shower. Oh, Zach! Should I end the episode right here? I think I'm going long enough. Is he calm because of this afternoon? To be frank, it's a lot of things I want to discuss though. I did leave the two of them without saying anything. Knowing Zach, but he's working.
Zach.
Oh, she answered.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I paused. Don't recall making plans Zach for a weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Oh right, I did say that, but I didn't think you actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened with this film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zach can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried, but I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden, and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I'll tell him I'm fine, assurance empty or otherwise, to put their minds at ease. Now nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately steers the subject to a different direction.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand...
Oh, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
The busy tone, though muffled, echoes the receiver. No one saying this will work, even doubtfully well. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Sleep comes easy tonight, and for the first time in a long time I dream of clear sky, on-street and laughter for children playing on the street in a small, cramped dwellings. To an outsider, the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this is, to me, is home. Morning dawns, bright clear in the following day. Although the air still feel muggy and I miss the chilly weather. It's one of those rare weekends I'm even off my alarming rings. And I'm gonna stop this episode right here. Seems like a good place to stop. Dude, I'm running out of saves. Actually, I can still more save. But sorry there isn't much of a choice here. Let me know what you guys think. You know, like speaking more slowly and trying to be more clearly and removing my portrait helps this. If not, I'll just do like a summary or what happened before instead of like you guys like watching this whole entire thing. So let me know if you guys want me to do this whole thing or just summarize it. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye. You can't see me, but I'm waving goodbye. Bye.